Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. You're watching All the Beer No Idea. I'm Baz. This time we are heading over to the Perfect Draft Pro, and I have a keg of St Fulian Blonde coming in at 7% in it. Not tried it before out the keg, so this is going to be the first for me. Coming at £42.90 from Beerhawk. Now, I ordered 3 kegs, got the 15% discount, so that works out about £6.45 if I'm correct. Plus you get £5 keg deposit back once the keg's returned. So you could almost say it's £11.45 off that. So that brings the keg in at £31.45. You might think that's expensive for 10 pints, but this is the sort of beer that you drink in 3 30ml glasses because it's a strong one. That's just how it's done. You can pick bottles of this up in 330ml bottles. I think they're going to set you back £2.50, £3 a bottle. So you get 18 of them to a keg. So work out the difference. £31.45 for 18 glasses. 18 bottles is going to cost you around 54 quid. Anywhere sort of, you could probably say 48 to 54 quid, something like that for the same amount. So it is good value. Yeah, even though it does seem rather expensive to start off with, if you make the most of the discounts, you can bring your keg down to a reasonable price. So, I've got the glass, so we'll be filling that up in a minute. Before we get going, obviously with the Perfect Draft Pro, you've got temperature. You can adjust the temperature. On the app, it recommends sort of 6 degrees for this beer. Well, I put the keg in last night and I just automatically set it to 9. Wasn't sure I was going to do it at exactly, and then I've had a bit of a look this morning on the internet and it basically says sort of anywhere between 6 and 12 degrees you can drink this. So mine being set at 9, like the Dieballs or D-Balls, has worked out pretty much perfect really, I suppose, at the 9 degrees, but obviously you can tinker with that, but we're going with it at 9 degrees at the moment. So my glass is at the ready, like I said. I've had nothing out of it, so I fully expect the pour to be a little bit lively on the first one. But I'm going to pause this. We'll get the camera set up, do a video of the pour, come back and crack on with the review. So let's get going. So, glass at the ready, beer at the ready. Let's get pouring and let's hope it's not too much of a wild one. If it is, we'll just have to wait for it to settle, which it's looking like it is. Great pour, Baz, but never mind, you can't get them right all the time. In fact, we're back, aren't we? We're back. In fact, let's say sod it to letting it settle. The pour is what it is. I would have expected a head probably half that size, but like I say, the first one out, it's got that rush, I suppose, of pressure to come out. And the first one, obviously, you're always going to get a big head on it anyway. Just the first pint, I always find the first pint of any beer, you end up with a big head. So, beer in a glass, St Fulian Blonde, Belgian Blonde Ale. Had it in a bottle, was lovely. I mean, gentle carbonation going up the middle there. I mean, it's a lovely, I'd say it's a lovely sort of golden amber colour beer. We've got 2.5 finger, was probably 3 because it has gone down a little bit. 2.5 finger of really, really compact white head on top. It looks fabulous. And as you can see on the side of the glass, 330 ml or 33 cl. So it's just below that. So you are expected to have a decent sized head on this beer. So it's not too majorly out, is it? I've probably got about 310 ml or something, or 300 ml. Let's stop waffling. Looks fantastic. Let's give her a swirl and see if I can get anything out. Oh, it smells fantastic, that does. Typical sort of yeasty, hoppy Belgian ale, but it smells a lot more refined than the bottle, if that makes any sense. It's not that the bottle's harsh, but it's almost like this has taken off that edge. Having it out the Perfect Draft has just smoothed it out. It's just taken the rough edges off. And it smells fantastic on the nose. Hoppy, yeasty. You sort of got that candied fruit, a little bit of a A little bit of banana in there, I think. A little bit of banana. Maybe a little bit of pear, something like that. Candied fruit, yeasty stuff. The usual sort of suspects for a blonde, but it does smell fantastic. So, without further ado, let's give her a try. Cheers. Looking forward to this. Oh, wow. Oh, fantastic. That is fantastic. Let's go in again. Oh. If you buy this, pour it, and you have a decent sized head, don't be put off. Having that big head adds to the beer, makes it creamy, makes it really smooth, gives the impression of a better body. It's got a lovely body, this beer has. It's got a lovely body, but that extra head on it really does help it. Super smooth, super soft, very gentle carbonation. That is incredible. That really is super, super smooth and soft in the mouth. Straight away I can tell you it's better than the bottle. Like I say, any sort of rough edges on what you'd get out of a bottle are all smoothed out from the Perfect Draft. Taste wise, a little bit yeasty, a little bit hoppy. It's quite sweet on the front of it. Not sickly sweet, it's just got that sweetness to it. That sort of sweet fruit note. Yeah, lovely little sort of, the sweetness is almost banana in there. It's got a lovely little zing as you swallow it. It's almost got a citrus little zing to it. Yeah, you sort of get that sweetness, maybe a little bit banana. That little sort of citrus zing comes in for me, with a little bit of bitterness alongside it. That fades off, and then the bitterness goes as well. But it just leaves a lovely taste in your mouth. It really is a lovely beer, a lovely beer. 7%. For me, you don't get that. It's a little bit boozier than your bog standard beer, but you don't really get any sort of inkling that this is a big beer. So yeah, for me, this is a winner for sure. Is it the best one of the sort of Belgian beers on the machine? It's quite possibly up there. One of the best sort of blondes, if you like. I would have to get La Trappe again and maybe try that at a higher temperature, or change the temperature. But for me, I mean, I think the flavours have come out and are more rounded with the temperature being a little bit higher as well. Though I will try it lower. But for me, this is quite possibly the best sort of blonde ale, light Belgium ale, if you like, on the machine. I would say that's fantastic. That really is good, really good. That is. So I would highly recommend St Julian on the Perfect Draft. Certainly on the Perfect Draft Pro I would, which is now released today. I think it's going to be on general release. I think if you're an existing customer, you've maybe got first dabs at it. But I think it's probably going to be on general release within a week. So yeah, if you're thinking of getting one, pick the Pro up. Yes, it's a bit more money, well worth the money. You really can change the beer with that temperature control. And beers like this, I mean, there's going to be Left Ritual, there's going to be Quack, Left Brune. They're all going to be much, much better from the Pro. So I'm going to shut up, 10 minutes in. Some Thulian on the PD Pro is more than well worth getting. Obviously I can't comment on the 3 degrees. I'd maybe have to set that at 3 degrees and do a review of it then. But yeah, pick it up if you see it because it's fantastic. Don't let the price put you off. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Thank you all for watching. Feel free to subscribe and I will see you again soon on another beer review. Cheers.